mornings. I'm just getting fully set up here in the studio. I go live. I guess I call it three-way live. I go live on Just FM, Facebook. I go live on my personal Facebook, and I go live on radio. Really, really awesome and enjoyable. I really like doing this in this format, and it's kind of interesting because I have learned that this is just my thing. Either I'm late, or as soon as I get into the radio station, there's some technical difficulty. And so right now, the technical difficulty is that my phone won't connect to the internet. But my laptop is connected to the internet, so everything's a go here. I'm now recording off my phone live on Just FM Facebook and live on Just FM Radio. So, hi guys, my name is Megan. Again, my show is called The Wellness Umbrella, and every second week I have my girl Jocelyn from Fernie coming on, and we call it about everything, but so far we're calling it The Wellness Mamas. So, but who knows what it will be next week. It's a bit of a gray day here in Lethbridge. Yesterday was absolutely gorgeous. Man, I actually even brought out some of my summer furniture out of the garage yesterday. I was just like, I'm done with winter. I'm done with wind. So bring on the heat. So it's the last day of January, and I don't know about you guys, but holy crow, did January just drag on or what? Like, I feel like the last 2 weeks were just so weird. Like, it just dragged on for longer than it actually needed to, and I got into definitely a bit of the January slum. I don't know about you guys, but I got hit pretty hard with it, and this week has probably been my best week, and so I'm happy to be sitting here, because some people, they get in their slum and they just cannot get out of it. And if that's you, then I hope that this topic that I'm going to talk about hits you just perfectly. So I've got two awesome topics today. We're going to be talking about rock bottom and why I think it's important that you hit rock bottom and its many forms of what rock bottom is. And we're also going to be talking about core, your six pack, because I also do fitness. So human body stuff, and the core is an amazing thing, and it's one part of our bodies that a lot of people just kind of forget to work on. So a couple of cool topics for you. With January is such an odd season. It's like, it's after Christmas. You don't want to, you're bird boxing, basically. You're bird boxing your bank account. You don't want to look at it, right? You're kind of scared. You don't know if there's going to be negative or positives or what is going on. So you're bird boxing your bank account. You're supposed to be doing your New Year's resolutions because you were just like, boom, I'm going to hit the gym full time. I'm going to be healthy. I'm going to wear my hair down more. I'm going to be more natural with my face. I'm going to not wear makeup, whatever it is. So you've got to be upbeat and positive while you're bird boxing your bank account. And then you also realize that winter is just really not over. And it kind of can just sit and hit you hard and in like the most unfun ways. And you're supposed to be positive. And if you've been living in Lethbridge, it has been windy as F word. It has been so nasty. Happily, I was away when this wind hit, but I heard that Lethbridge got up to like 186 kilometers or something batshit crazy like that. And so a lot of people start getting headaches, they get ornery, they just hate it. And so the ending of January can be just a crap bag mess. Am I right? Yeah. And this moment is what I call your rock bottom. Okay. And when people hear rock bottom, we instantly think of the worst scenarios ever, right? We think about losing your house, your kids, your car, your job. We are thinking that you just got out of the hospital from a drug overdose and you're just like 2 blocks away from the hospital and you're hitting out. Like, we think the worst when we hear the words rock bottom. But we kind of forget that rock bottom can be just about anything. It really can be, guys. Your rock bottom could be the fact that you broke your leg, you were just at the fittest you've ever been, and you broke your leg, and you just felt really crappy about yourself. And that could be your rock bottom. And then you were like, okay, your rock bottom could be something where you just feel blah from the ending of January and you just don't do anything. You're barely going to work, you keep, maybe you're calling in sick, whatever. So there's many different forms of what rock bottom can be, but the most important part of it is realizing that you're in this place and going, okay, how do I get out of it? How do I turn the negative to a positive? So this is also a part of like what I hate New Year's resolutions. I hate them. I talked about this at the beginning of January. I hate New Year's resolutions because every human hits moments. We hit these moments in our lives where things just suck. And it can be once a month, it can be twice a month, it could be like 4 times a year, whatever. But we hit these places that we just suck. And then there's the people that actually can keep going. And then there's the people that stop. And the people who have made resolutions to do all this stuff, and then they hit rock bottom, and then they stop. Well, you just blew through your New Year's resolution. You just stopped doing the thing that you said that you were going to do at the beginning of the year. And this is why I hate New Year's resolutions, because we put this insane pressure to do all of these things, when really we just need to do one thing, and that's just be better than who we were yesterday, in whatever form that is. We don't need to write down 7 times a week, I'm going to go to yoga. That's unrealistic if you've never done yoga before, okay? I've been practicing yoga for 2 years, and haven't made it to an actual studio class in like, I don't know, 6 months. I yoga at home. It is unrealistic to say that you're going to go to a yoga class 7 days a week, okay? It's unrealistic if you are going to say, I'm going to go to the gym 5 times a week for an hour and you've never even seen the inside of a gym. That's unrealistic. I'm sorry to bust your butt about it. You want to make the realistic goal so you don't have these crashes, or if you do happen to have these crashes, you can get out of it without feeling like, oh my goodness, I don't know where to even start. I said to a friend, this topic came up when I was talking to a friend in my shop and down at Urban Grocer, and I said, I think everybody should hit rock bottom at least once a month. And he looked at me like I was crazy, but I do believe you should hit some form of rock bottom once a month because it shows that you are alive, that you're here, and it gives you another hurdle to get over. It gives you another reason to dig that much deeper into yourself. If you have a plan and a mission in life, you also need things to keep you from getting there so that you can keep pushing a little bit harder. It's no fun if life is just handed to you on a platter, right? Come on. We all want it. We do. We all want people just to be like, here, here, here. But that's not fun, and that's unrealistic. So we need these little roadblocks to make us feel alive, remember what we are working so hard for, and then and hurdle it and then keep going. Because once you get over that hurdle, it is absolutely amazing. That feeling inside of you is like pow or ta-da. Like, look at me, I did it. I did it. I got out of my hole of desperation and I did it. And people applaud it. People love it. And I was reading a book, and the book was called You Are Here. I can't remember the author of it, but it's an amazing book, and it's so funny how she writes it. And in this one page that I turned, there was this thing that said, few words, a phrase that said, everybody has hurt and everybody has pain, but that doesn't make you unique. It's what you do with it that makes you unique, okay? And that even hit me hard because I was like, man, I haven't had the best grow up. Like, I wasn't, tortured in a garage for 7 years or whatever, like the movie, that movie. But, I didn't have the best, I didn't have the easiest. And I was like, man, I thought I was, but, and that was so true. What she was saying is that everybody has hurt and everybody has pain. Everybody has an issue in their life, but it's the people who turn it into a positive way is what makes them unique. So I am turning my way into a positive way, and I'm helping and encourage others to keep going and to strive and hit these roadblocks in your life and to stop making insane New Year's resolutions that aren't timely or measurable, because you're going to hit these roadblocks, and some of you are going to quit and some of you are going to keep going. So that is my spiel on why I think you need to hit some form of rock bottom at least once a month. Come on now. Okay? Like, you can't make life too easy. And why I hate New Year's resolutions, and why we need to make goals so that we can succeed them. And it's all about success with our lives. So if you guys have any questions about that, or if I hit you and rubbed you in the wrong way or whatever, let me know. I love these conversations. So now we're moving on to the last bit here. It's a quick show, only half an hour when you're just talking to me. I feel like that's all you need. I feel like a half an hour is a perfect dose of me. So now we're moving on to part 2, and it is core education. I'm stoked. I love the core. I love the human body. I have my diploma in human health and nutrition and certificates in I can't even pronounce it, but it's calisthenics. It's fitness without equipment, swimming, I can teach you how to run a 5K. Don't ask me to do it. I'm not a big runner. Okay. Yoga, Zumba. Yeah. I love it. I love it all. I worked incredibly hard on my mat leave. I spent 2 years, about 1 year on my mat leave, 2 years, crash course, hardcore studying from home. It was awesome. So I got everything that I needed done. And I still continue to study the human body. I went to the library and I picked up 2 books about neurons of the brain. I love it. I feel, of course, if you're going to be like a surgical doctor, you need to, go to school or whatever. But if you just want to learn something that you just have an incredible interest for, you can just go to the library. It's free. Okay. Unless you really want to make a profession out of it, you will have to, do some sort of schooling. But I love the human brain, and I love how the brain is just the brain controls everything in our body. As I'm sitting here and talking to you, I'm using my hand, and that's controlled with my brain. I'm blinking, I'm swallowing, I'm moving, I'm shifting, I'm doing all these things, and it's just these billions and billions, over 85 billion, good morning, neurons going off in your brain, signaling all of your other parts of your body to do things. And while you're listening to me, you're over there doing about 5 other things because your brain is telling you to do it. The brain is amazing. And then your core, I've got this crazy infatuation with core right now. Not just your muscle core, but also the insides of your core. So your spleen, your liver, your intestine, all of it. I've been reading up and studying it, and I love it. And so I did this core education little mini crash course before Christmas holidays. And now I decided to dip back into it because we're ending January. We're moving into February. You may be wanting to go a little bit deeper into your goals, or maybe just wanting to be better than you were yesterday. So I wanted to bring this up. So, and also some people have been asking me as well, like, how did you get your core? So we have, for those of you who do not know, your core is sitting in the center of your body. I am recording this, so I will post this later on. But if you are watching live, your core is the center of your body, okay? It's not just the front of you, it's also the side, and it's also the back. So it wraps around your whole self, okay? This is the main thing that a lot of people forget about when they hit the gym, is that they do not quite understand that your core is just not your front. It's everything. So they get to a certain point in their fitness routine or their fitness level that they do not know how to keep going, because they don't know how to work or engage different parts of their body, because they're like, I'm just going to go to the gym. It should be easy. We think about it. It should be easy. But really, when you think about it, there are different routines for different sections of your muscles. Okay. There's different food groups for different sections of your muscles. So you got to actually pay attention and know these things. If you just want overall health, go for it. Go crazy, but trust me, you'll get addicted and you'll want to know what's up with your body. So we've got 5 muscle groups in our core. So it's the rectus, okay, that's the front. Obliques is your side. The erector is your spine muscles, and then you have your transverse and your quads and quadrilaterals, okay? And they are on different parts of your body. They all do different things, but yet the same things by supporting your body. And there are different routines and different food groups to strengthen, okay? So we're gonna start with the most popular one, and that's your rectus. That is the front of your core. And if you're watching live, you can kind of see me, but if you're gonna catch the recording, you can totally see. So your rectus is really responsible for that six-pack look. It is one of the easiest workout muscle groups to work out, and it is the most popular workout. So things like your sit-ups, full sit-ups, your crunches is going to work your rectus. And it is located from the bottom of your rib cage, so right in here, all the way down to your pelvis. It's that one big chunk of muscle that you first see in signs of your core strengthening, okay? And then you have your obliques, okay? You have actually 3 sets of them, okay? They are located on your side, but you got 3 sets of these buggers, okay? So you have your internal, your transverse, and your external, okay? So they're located, I'm turning in my chair. If you're listening on the radio, I just know. So your obliques are located about 4 fingers up onto your spine or to your rib cage, and then they go diagonally, okay? So these guys are responsible for the sex lines. When you see the boys or even the girls with that nice V, those are those muscles. So they're the second easiest to create, but one of also the hardest ones to maintain. Reason being, ladies, this is for you. Our lower section of our core is one of the hardest to keep off when it comes to unwanted fat. Okay, it's called many things, but some people call it a paunch. It is really, is more dominant to women after birth, but it actually shows a sign of health, okay? Women are supposed to have a little pocket of fat right above their pelvis, because we are born to carry babies, and that little pocket is going to help protect the babies. So it is quite easy to get these obliques to show up, women, ladies, but it's also really hard to keep, because it's just naturally supposed to be there, but we work so hard and we get so many surgeries to take it away. Okay, so your obliques, boom, sex lines, okay? So actually, I'm just gonna go back real quick. So your rectus is responsible for flexing of your spine forward. So that's this engagement, okay? So your obliques, they are located on the side all the way down, okay? And they're also located in your back, so let's not forget your back, okay? And they're responsible for twisting your spine. So obvious workout for that one is trunk rotation, just turning and twisting, turning and twisting. And then we're moving over to the back of our core, which is the erector spine. So this is actually, it's going to separate when you get more into it, but all the way to the top of your spine to the bottom, you could probably call that your erector, and then it just splits off into different muscle groups, okay? But I digress for the sake of communication-wise. Okay, so your spine is so incredibly important to protect, okay? We all know that you could get hit by a bullet, and if it was like 2 millimeters to the right or 4 centimeters down, it could paralyze you from the waist up, it could paralyze you from the waist down, it could even kill you. Your spine is incredibly delicate. And then there are certain things that can come of if you don't have proper strength in your spine. Desk jobs anybody, if you are in a desk, you really, really, really want to pay attention to this one, okay? If you are a desk person, you want to focus on strengthening your core always. And it can be so easy, guys. So easy. I cannot stress this enough. My voice is changing because protect your spine. Protect it. Okay. Things that you can do: deadlift, back extensions, and Superman. These are also things that are in yoga, Pilates, kickboxing, just regular hitting the gym, booty yoga, bear, okay? All these 3 variations of this workout can be found at any one of those. Even swimming can strengthen your spine. So find something that works for you and do it, especially if you are sitting in a desk job all day. Okay. So anyways, it kind of just spreads out. It's the 2 big muscles on either side of your spine. That's really what it is. And you really want to protect it. They are also responsible for keeping your back straight. Okay, so people who slump a lot, it's because you don't have a lot of erector muscles strength. Okay, so when you're really slumped, that's really that reason. So best ways to work on that: start sitting straight. Okay, start doing routines to keep those muscles straight so that your spine stays healthy. Cool. So that is the erector spine. And then we're moving on to the transverse and the quadrilaterals. Guys, these are so cool. All right. Okay, so we know the obliques, we know the main, the rector, and we know the back. Yeah, those are the 3 main and number 1 things that everybody knows. These are the 2 muscles that really nobody knows about and nobody knows how to work. So these muscles happen when you really pay attention to your body, you pay attention to what you're eating, and then you can actually trigger, you can feel these guys, and it is so cool. So underneath those 3 layers of muscles are your transverse and your quadrilaterals. So these guys are deep muscles. I recently, in the last couple months, found these muscles, and it is so exciting because these muscles really define from the inside, define what your outer core looks like. So, okay, I posted a picture a bit ago, and everyone was like, holy crow. That is because that happened because I located my inner muscles. And people, you see people posting and they've got hot abs, and then and it's almost like, and I made this post, it's like, it's not about having morning abs, it's about having everyday abs. It is easy to have morning abs. It's because you just spent 8 hours sleeping, and that means you're not eating. You're not bloated, you don't feel gross, there's nothing in your system, so you look fit. It is so easy to have morning abs. You can lose morning abs by eating breakfast, drinking water, all those things just add on, right? So I said, it's not about having morning abs, it's about having everyday abs, it's every hour abs. That's the goal. And the way to do this is to locate every single muscle group, especially the 2 deeper ones, because those ones are going to push forward, okay? So here we go. So the transverse, it's a TVA for definition, and it's a thin but wide band that runs horizontally, okay? So it's underneath your rectus, underneath your erector, underneath your obliques, and runs, okay? And this is another one that can get separated during pregnancy, C-section, that kind of stuff. But also it is, if you are really fit and know your muscle groups, it is also really great muscle to have when giving birth. And I was lucky enough to have a little bit of this muscle, so it really helped out when I was giving birth. So it runs horizontally and all the way around. This, because it is so deep, you really need to focus on getting into a really deep workout. Pilates is a really good one because it's all about that slow and controlled movement. I do Bhuti yoga or Bhuti yoga. They have like at least 6 different deep workouts to work this one. If you are sitting, you are interested ever on finding it, all you have to do is you want to engage your core. So it's kind of like you're taking a big poop. Okay, you take your fingers and you gotta dig. It's not a light dig, it's a hard dig. Okay, and that is gonna activate that muscle. If you are already on the really fit side, you'll probably feel it right away. If you aren't, it might take you a bit. I can already feel it, and I can wrap my fingers around. So that's also how you can activate any muscle that you want to find. So deep muscle, the band that runs right all the way around. Okay, and then the quadrats. I have a horrible time pronouncing things, guys. So their main role is to stabilize your lower spine. As well, the transverse main role is to protect your organs. So that's pretty cool, okay? You know, that good stuff, your intestines, your liver, your spleen. You really do want to locate this muscle because it protects you, okay? So this one protects your spine from the other side, okay? So your erector spine protects it from the outside. This one protects it from the inside, okay? Again, your deep workouts are going to be the best for this one. So really pay attention to slow and controlled movements. Let go of the big, gigantic, heavy weight and just get on the ground and just use your body weight, okay? So yeah, I just threw a lot of information at you. I know in like 30 minutes you got hit with why you should hit rock bottom at least once a month, and it's mainly just on the fact that you just need to find a place where you're just like, okay, I don't want to feel this way anymore, and come out of it. That really is just rock bottom, because life is more fun when you have mountains to climb, because the reward is that much better. And then core education. I think I'll talk a little bit more on this one maybe next week, but the week after, because Jocelyn is back next week. But guys, that's me for today. Just 30 minutes of me. So this is recorded. It is live. It was on the radio. I always have a blast educating like this, guys. So I hope you all have a wonderful Thursday. And if you got anything out of today, number one, defeat your battles. Find your positive and your negative, okay? And number two, slow your roll in the gym. Drop the weights, use your body weight, locate each muscle, activate each muscle, so that when you hit the point in your fitness where you do not know how to go anymore, you know that there's a little more to give. Okay, that's me. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. Ciao.